the partner that we have in our lives had this and that and the other. I mean, those informations can be interesting to know because you know your curiosity is leading you to want to have these answers. But when you have these answers, are you able to deal with them? You know, they might destroy your relationship. They might destroy you. They might affect you in a certain way that especially if you're then going to put yourself on a level of comparing yourself to the others that your boyfriend or your girlfriend had before you, right? That can be a very massive source of destruction, and though it requires a lot of maturity and a strong capacity to take in the truth. It can sharpen you. It can help enhance your character one way or the other. But it will definitely, 9 times out of 10, lead to serious resentments. And by saying that, I'm not saying that you should not be telling the truth about your life, because there's no shame to have, no matter what it is that you've done or not done. But you know, you are who you are, and you're shaped by your experiences of the past, and you are defined by the actions you're taking now. So I think that, again, if and I've done some mistakes, me personally, and people want to have a good conscience says, well, it was experiences. Yeah, it was, but it was some fucking mistakes. I could have done fucking better. I didn't have to do that, right? I did. I learned, and fuck, I don't want to do that again, right? But some people keep on doing it again because, and whatever the case may be, I'm not talking about just about like this trivial subject of how many partners you've had or whatever. But like, for example, if you've been reckless one way or the other, and you know that these behaviors are not adding anything to your life, and they are not adding anything to your elevation, whatever elevation means to you, why do you keep doing it? Because it's cool, because it's nice. It's like, you know, everybody have their motivations. They can't be judged. They can't really be judged at the end of the day. I mean, everybody's free to do what they want to do. You want to judge, you're free to do whatever the fuck you want to do. But I think that it's important to own your truth, and it's important to be honest with yourself, and again, be clear about things, so that your past can be as so then your path forward can be as smooth as possible, right? Because you've learned. So KODMK, and how do you deal with the loneliness of supporting yourself in your dreams? What strengths do you rely on to help you move forward in the face of adversity? Yo, good question, man. You got that. That's really, really a dope question. I appreciate that. This is really cool, guys. This is the thing, right? Loneliness. Hey, loneliness is not easy. I've been there. I mean, in a way, I live a lonely life. Me personally, I'm not lonely in the sense that I have people around me and stuff, but I do. I live alone. I have a. I'm blessed to have my house and all that, but I am. But that's also a choice as well. Though I think that I'm slowly starting to. It's a question of phases in life. I'm starting to come to a phase of my life where I'm starting to really set myself up to move towards different forms of experiences, and probably evolve to a different set of experiences, as in maybe having a family or something like that. We'll see. I'm not there yet completely, but it's in the mind. And the truth is that loneliness is very fucked up, because if you really are lonely, but like really lonely, you will have a tendency to cultivate very negative thoughts. You know, enjoying your presence is one thing. Being completely isolated is a completely different thing, especially if it's not out of your own desire. You're prompt to dealing with some seriously negative thoughts, man. I'm talking about like suicidal thoughts and feeling like you're not this, you're not that. So You have to have a seriously strong spirituality. I'm not talking about being religious here. And even if that's the case, whatever works for you, you know what I mean? But you gotta be fucking strong mentally, because this is gonna be wearing the fuck out of you. I'll tell you this much. I'll give you an experience. I'll give you an example of about a moment where I felt extremely lonely. A couple of years ago, I went to South Africa. I went for 3 months. I wanted to, check out Johannesburg because I was looking for a new city where I would move and establish myself. And though I knew some people, some good friends, some people that I thought were good friends, but ended up not really being, whatever. It was such a mind, an eye opener, really. And I felt extremely alone, extremely lonely. I actually was, you know, but at the same time I wasn't. But then I felt really lonely on many aspects. But I got so empowered after that journey, because there was also some beautiful things that happened from that, and some really really amazing people that I also got to meet. But it's a question of personality. Some people don't know how to deal with themselves, you know. So Kiyo, if you're going through that, and you feel like, you are alone, and you don't know how to handle that, man, you're gonna have to do a work on, first, again, being clear about why is it that you're in that situation, right? And then setting your intentions. It's almost like praying, right? Setting an intention is a prayer. It's a mantra. It's a series of words that you repeat to yourself, that you pray upon, that you meditate upon, whatever it is that is your routine. But you have to really set a series of intentions for those desires to come and happen into your life, because there's no such thing as I don't deserve it. The fuck? Who told you that? Who told you that you don't deserve anything? Who told you that you don't deserve to have what you want to have? If your dream is to drive a fucking Bentley, as long as you don't kill somebody for it, but even if you decide to kill somebody for it, which I'm not suggesting you to do, well, that's going to be your experience of it, and it's going to be a very short-lived experience where you're probably even going to end up losing your own life to it. So be smart as well. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that you have to go reckless and do stupid stuff, but it's like, you know, believe more in yourself. In these times of loneliness, learn and try to find the strength within to be okay with yourself. You understand? And you can rely on God. You can rely on your dog. You can rely on your music. You can rely on whatever it is that you rely on, that is something that provides you with a sense of comfort and a sense of security, right? Because the truth of the matter is that I have learned, unfortunately, that you cannot rely on human beings. You know, not saying that we are not good. I think we are fundamentally capable of doing a lot of good things, but there's not that many people in your life that you can actually call and be like, yo, brother, or yo, sister, yo, this is really hard right now, man. I need to talk to somebody, and that person is gonna be, is gonna be there for you, right? It's very, 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 very hard to find. I'm fortunate to have that. Not many. A lot of people will act as if they are there for you, and they'll make you feel like it until you really need them, and then there's no fucking body. You know. So don't be fooled by appearances. Also, don't be mad at it, because it's okay. I mean, you're gonna feel mad. You're gonna feel like you've been played with, but it's okay, man. People say what they say because it sounds good, and because that's truly probably they would love to help, but they know in their heart that they're full of shit and they're not capable of doing anything. You know. So yeah, man. All I'm saying is that try to be at peace with yourself. I know what it is. Believe me, I know what it is, man. Being lonely is a tough game. Um, but you know, it's got to become your weapon. It's got to become your strength. It's got to become something that you got to be comfortable with it. It's like defining your body. And working out. You gotta exercise. You're gonna push yourself to some limits that's gonna be painful physically, right? And you have to be comfortable in pain. So you have to rely on being comfortable in the most uncomfortable situations. That's the only way. Otherwise, man, yeah. But if you Yeah, if you consciously desire to change your life, man, it's gonna be good. T-Boy D, keep your circle small and stop be easily available to the people who aren't prioritized, who doesn't prioritize you. I mean, yes, obviously it's true. The problematic is this: it depends which line of job you're in. You know, I'm in an industry where I need to be open. You know, obviously my circle is tight, but you know, you can't just close yourself. You know, you're gonna meet new people. Not everybody wants the worst for you. There's a lot of good people out there as well. So if you are acting like, it's a massive wall and you can't fucking enter, you never know who's gonna bring the blessings for you in your life, man. You don't fucking know. So sometimes by you acting like, yeah, my circle is tight, man, yeah, you're entering, you probably just cut that opportunity of your dream to come to. You don't know. Me, a lot of things happening in my life because I'm open to a certain level. And because I was open to a certain level, I've allowed certain blessings to come and manifest themselves for me. So, to each his own or her own, but all I'm saying is that don't be closed, but don't be also like, open arm, like, oh my God, I love you, man. Not everybody fucking loves you. Some people will hate you because you smile too fucking much. You know? Can't help it. People hate. And that's okay. You hate, I hate sometimes. It happens. Gotta check yourself into some sense though. Don't stay in that mindset because that's stupid, that's ridiculous. So, Kyo, also, how were you able to find your passion? Not everyone in the world can find a passion and can go through life without ever finding it. How do you know when you find that spark? Because man. Fucking it. If you're gonna doubt everything in your life, man, you're not set for anything good, huh? You know, you have to fucking you have to yo you have to you have to believe, man. You know, passion is something that I don't think. Look, I wanted to be a professional basketball player. I wanted to play the NBA, and as a kid, when I was really, really, really young, when I was like probably 8 years old, I was super skinny. But then my mother took me to the States because my mother is half American, half Belgian. Went to Philadelphia. I became obese in 2 fucking months. God, man, I was so fucking frustrated. Anyway, as an adolescent, a teenager, you're like, fuck, you go through this shit, you chubby as fuck, you feel like shit. Every time there's food missing in the fridge, oh, it's him, So you go through all this shit, and then I wanted to be a professional basketball player. A friend of my father was a very good friend of Patrick Ewing. If anybody know this area of the NBA, Patrick Ewing for New York Knicks, and he was recruiting a lot of young talents. And so he came to visit us at the house one time, coming from the States, in Central African Republic. He came to our house, and my father was like, "Yo, my son really, hey." My son really would love to, for you to check his skills. And anyway, the feedback of that uncle was rather fucking negative, man. Broke me a bit. But then I was like, oh, fuck this shit. I'm gonna make it. And I was overweighted, but then I ended up losing a lot of the weight, and then I started playing with my guys, and then I became I was a junior, and then I was one of the first. Me and my guys, we were four guys of the junior league to enter the senior league because we were that good. Okay, the level is not American level or anything like that, but for where we were in Central African Republic, it was fucking good enough. Anyway, the thing is that if you let doubt constantly control you, you're never going to allow the blessing of your passion to manifest itself. I know I sound a little bit like a preacher here, but it is true. It is a fucking blessing. People will tell me I don't have no passion. I mean, I found that to be so ridiculously untrue, because everybody is passionate about something. Everybody has a gift. But allow the gift to happen to you. Allow it to be exposed to you, or to be presented to you, or for you to present yourself to. I don't even know. I don't have that answer fundamentally. That's for you to find out. But I think that for me, I wanted to be a basketball player. That was my dream. That was my passion. I didn't give a fuck about anything else. I wanted to become NBA player. I managed to go as far as convincing my father to send me the UCLA. Then he was like, okay, I'll give you another year before we get to that conversation. You have to finish your studies first. And then, unfortunately, I injured my knee, busted my kneecap. Over. I was depressed, but not for long because music has always been part of my life. And the truth is that I've shut down the dream of the music because my family was like, music, there's no future in that. There's nothing for you there. You need to really switch your focus. I had no support whatsoever. And I was scared to tell my father that I wanted to become a musician, a DJ, or what. I didn't even know. I was already DJing back then, when we were kids, but I didn't quite know. Anyway, long story short, what I thought would be my life ended up not being my life. NBA player, whatever. But music came. And I have other passions. I'm passionate about so many things. There's not only one thing. And if you understand that you are capable of more than you think, and you are blessed beyond measures, you understand that, even though you might not believe it, but you must understand that you are blessed with skills that you've not tapped into yet. I'm capable of doing so much, and I've been told as a kid that I was not good enough for certain things. I was not good enough for mathematics. I was not good enough for. I was not a leader. I was not this. Then I was like, no, fuck all that shit, man. I know who I am, and I'm gonna go for it, 100%. You have to shape your personality. You have to shape your fucking self, man. Don't let other people define you. You define what is working for you, not someone else. You can ask advice, yes, but if I'm noticing that the advice you're trying to give me is trying to push me away from a path that I know in my heart and in my soul is for me, fuck you. I will listen, say thank you very much. It was very nice. Thank you for your time. I will not tell you fuck you, but in my heart, I already said fuck yourself. I'm off. I'm sorry I'm being rude, but that's how I function. You understand? I will never disrespect my elders. I will never disrespect anybody. But if you try to push me away from my destiny, my path, oh, believe me, I will not even give you the time of the day. You understand? And you will enter situations in your life that will challenge you in a way, man. Oh, yo, man. I'm talking out of experience out here, man. I swear to God, oh, shit. Yo. So, yeah. Listen to your heart, man. Don't doubt too much. Listen to your heart and just follow what is feeling right. And you'll figure it out. Sometimes, actually, a lot of the time we think that success is a straight line. Man, success, no matter what it means for you, it can be money, it can be accomplishing happiness, it can be anything. It's not achieved over one day. I'm a happy person, but I'm not completely happy. There are certain things in my life that are not exactly going the way I want. But I'm happy because I'm alive, I'm breathing, I'm capable of taking every day into my hands and making a change or working towards my change. So it's like, just because I'm not getting what I want now doesn't mean I'm not going to get it tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I have the proof that everything that I wanted so far in my life, I've gotten. I've gotten the opportunity to manifest those blessings in my life. I swear to you. And I'm not unique. I'm absolutely not fucking unique. The only thing that's unique about me, and those who like me have taken matter into their hands and fucking moved ahead, is that we did what we had to do. We took the matters into our own hands. We stopped relying on people emotionally. We stopped expecting for people to validate all the time something that we're doing, and we fucking took it. Then, when you lead by example, you're unstoppable. And people are like, oh shit, he did it or she did it. Fuck, I didn't think so. Well, here you go. I am stereo cassette. I've had a lot of great opportunities this last year. It shows you how well things are going. I was really in pain of being lonely and not being able to get my music heard. I believed in myself. Here you go. Shit, man. Oh, today's Monday Talk is what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, yes, yes. Yo, we are capable of so much, yo. And this is really putting a lot of joy in my heart. Right now, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm going through my own personal challenging times in my life. You know, those are things that are much too personal to be speaking about in this time. But in due time, in the future, we will see. But as I said to you, man, we are all going through our own sets of challenges. Some of them are very, very, very fucking hard. Some of them are not so. But they're constituting they're they are bringing about in our existence a level of heaviness that we don't need. But sometimes we have to accept it. It is what it is. You must, take the punch and move on. And the more punch you're gonna get, the more capable you're gonna be to know how to, take the punch and then hit back, or know how to avoid the punch. And you know what I mean? Move through all these challenges and these complicated moments of life with as much peace as you possibly can. Ah man, Amsterica said these words are amazing. For sure, man, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, definitely. That's the mindset. Sharing the stage. You know, I will tell you once again, man. Everybody that I've worked with in this industry, everybody that I've done something with in this industry, is somebody that I have dreamed of working with, dreamed of breaking bread with, and so far so good. I think I've met, and I am known by everybody that I want to know my name and know who I am. All of them know me. We may have not met yet, but they've heard of me and they know who I am. You can do the very fucking same thing, especially now with the internet. You have no excuses, man. You have Instagram. You can DM your favorite star. It might not be her or him answering you, might be, but the more you're gonna, and you have to, don't be a fucking annoying as well person, but like, be somebody that adds value to another person's life. In order to receive, you have to give. And sometimes when you give, you don't receive, but that's okay. That's how you learn how to give, how much to give. You know what I mean? Can't get discouraged, man. That's just fucking life. Anyway, I was planning to do a 30 minutes Monday talk, but today, because of those beautiful questions, we did almost an hour. And I want to thank you all for tuning in and being open to this conversation and sharing as well your fears and your accomplishments and stuff here. It's really fucking beautiful, man. And this is something that I'm taking very seriously, these motivation things, because it works for me as well. Believe me, by talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself as well. We all do at the end of the day. We need to repeat those words in ourselves, in our hearts, in our own words. Make that shit yours, own it, and move on with your fucking life. We only live once, man. My sister, my brother, we only live once. Now, if you're Buddhist, you might reincarnate yourself. I don't know. But for all I know, as I said again, we only live once. Live your fucking life. If you don't know what it means to live your life, fucking read. Do something. All the information is out there for us to find. Fucking Google, YouTube. Do something. But there's no more excuses. There's access to so much greatness. We can't continue being lazy, yo. On these words, y'all have a blessed week. Y'all be good. Appreciate the gift of life that you have. Appreciate the opportunity of having another day to breathe, another day, another week to manifest your light, your blessing. Shine that upon the people that you love. And, just be you, man. Be you. All right? On these words, before I leave, I have to say that I'm thinking of changing the hour of the Monday Talks from 5 p.m. to much later at night, maybe 9 p.m. Portugal time, which is the same time as the UK. So guys, let me know on the DMs what you think. But I think 5 p.m. is a bit early for a lot of people. So, hey, so how you doing? I'm thinking to move that to probably 9 p.m. GMT. Anyway, we can talk about it. Miami coming soon, coming soon. We're working on that visa right now, so God willing, it's gonna be this year that I make my long-awaited return to the U.S. Family on this world, once again, blessings. Have a fantastic week. If you want to check that Instagram live of today, you can go to my YouTube in about an hour or so. It's going to be uploaded on the YouTube, and obviously the story is still available for another 24 hours. Y'all be good. All right, peace.